My weird uncle tried to get handsy with my baby sister while drunk, so I sent him to the ER. My uncle has always been pretty weird when it came to the female members. Especially the ones under 18. Yet for some reason, nobody besides me seems to have noticed anything ever. I have seen him stare for way too long, linger for too long, hug for too long, brush his hands against a girl's behinds when getting past and so on. I have tried bringing this up to many family members in the past, and all but one dismiss it. That one person is my cousin Emma. Emma has told me that our weird uncle has on one occasion got very drunk and tried to kiss her. She was 15 at the time. She has also tried to do the same, and we have a theory that my family know what my uncle is doing, but choose to keep it a secret. You see, our uncle is very rich, and it is no secret he will be leaving behind a huge will. My and my cousin's guess is that family members are choosing to ignore his actions for his will. It should come as no surprise that I do my best to avoid my ulcer as much as I can, but I run into him at family events, and since we are a large family we have these events quite a lot. Well, it was at the very last event that it really went down and my uncle got exposed for being the disgusting creep that he is. It honestly hurts me to even recall the events of the situation without wanting to tear up. Beaut here goes. So it was a celebration of one of our aunt's 50th birthday. Quite a big event, and we were celebrating it at our house. The event itself went without a hitch, but it was at night time when most people had gone home that trouble really started. It is no secret that my uncle likes to drink. Well, at around 9 p.m. him and my dad decided to have some drinks while I was in my room playing video games. About 2 hours later my dad, without my knowledge, went to bed, leaving my uncle by himself downstairs. Downstairs is also where we have our nursery for our baby sister, who is only 3 months old. Had I known that my uncle was downstairs by himself, while drunk next to my baby sister, I would have never allowed it. But nonetheless, that's how it was. Well, at roughly 11:30 I went downstairs to eat a slice of leftover cake as I was hit by a serious case of midnight snack cravings, and when I went downstairs, what I saw shocked me to my core. I did not hear my uncle on my way down as he was being very quiet, but when I entered the sitting room I could see him in the nursery. He was looming over the cot. Not only was he looming over the cot, I could see his hand in there. I ran over and saw his hand. And this hurt so much to even write. Was fiddling inside the nappy that was being worn. As soon as I saw this, I decked him. Being drunk, he stumbled back and tripped over something, then fell. I mounted him and started wailing on him mercilessly. It was pure instinct and rage that took over me in the moment. All the years I spent hating him, all unleashed. My dad heard the commotion downstairs and ran up. He was a little tipsy but not in bad shape. He dragged me off of my uncle and told me to calm the F down. How then checked on my uncle who was beaten to a pulp. I mean, it sounds bad, but I'm proud of the damage I did. My dad called the hospital immediately and started berating me after getting off the call. I tried to explain myself but my dad seemed to not believe me. There are no cameras in the house either so I have no concrete way to prove what my uncle was doing. My dad told me that my uncle will likely press charges against me for assault and rightfully so. My uncle was taken to the hospital and got out 3 days ago. I heard that he sustained a broken nose, a broken rib, a fractured jaw and a dozen other minor wounds. I know I'm about to have charges pressed against me. I have talked to my cousin, the one who knows what my uncle is like, and she says she will come forward about our uncle's behavior and her incident with him in the past. But other than her, my whole family is on my uncle's side. My weird uncle tried to get handsy with my baby sister while drunk, so I sent him to the ER. Things are actually okay right now. My uncle has not pressed charges against me, and the whole family is kind of confused why. The story he gives them is because he believes in forgiveness and that I'm a silly kid who made a mistake based on a false assumption. Of course that is not the case and I have tried telling them that, but to no surprise nobody believes me. The real reason he refuses to press charges is because my cousin and I confronted him. We told him in this day and age, an accusation of something like being a child lover is taken very seriously. And all it takes is for an accusation to be made public. We told him that if he pressed charges, we would accuse him of trying to kiss my cousin when he was drunk and she was 15 and accuse him of trying to rope my baby sister. We told him we will make it public, we will share his address online and inform the people that there is a child lover living there. We will do everything we possibly can in order to make sure he faces justice, even if that justice is not legal justice. This is something he cannot contest. We also laid it out to him, whenever there is a family event. If there is a female under the age of 18 there, he is not to attend. If he chooses to attend, as promised, we will blow his life up. We also bluffed that my house has cameras and I can choose to get that footage anytime. Footage of what he was doing, and regardless of the fact that I assaulted him. I was willing to undergo the cruel scrutiny of getting judged for hospitalizing my alcoholic uncle who was trying to rope my baby sister. I told him he could get the best lawyer in the world and may avoid legal consequences if he goes this route of pressing charges, but his life will be miserable as his reputation in the community as a good holy man, his job, everything he is will be ruined. That was all a few weeks ago and I have not heard from him since. There was also a family event last week with my baby sister present, and he did not attend.